Oh yeah, look at that right there. Probably around that 2.5 maybe 3. I'm gonna go with 2.5 and be pessimistic. So yeah, as you can tell from that last clip, I started my diet Monday. I'm already in ketosis, and that's because I'm keto adapted already. Surprise, surprise. Um, that's just because I've done it before. It would normally take probably 3 more weeks for me to get to this point, but I'm going to continue with this diet for 3 more weeks before I even think about having a refeed day. And then I'll think about it. I'm not going to have one yet. Last night when I actually measured my ketones in my urine, I actually was much higher. I was probably around 6 to 8 millimoles per liter, I think is the measurement for it. Don't know what knocked me out of ketosis, but I'll probably figure that out because I keep a pretty tight nutritional log just until I get an idea of what works for me and what doesn't. And I want to make sure that I'm hitting my calories at bare minimum, which means I do go over on some days, just because I'm not used to the high fat diet. I would say 5 days in, I've already noticed that I can go longer periods of time without food, and that's because this fat diet is very satiating. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, satiating. And let's address the elephant in the room. Yeah, my hair is crazy right now, and that's because I've done nothing with it all day. I was in a hurry today because I have some things that I have to be home for. So I had to get all my work done in the morning. So currently my diet is calculated off of my lean body mass, which is I think 126.5 pounds. I multiplied that by 15 and I get roughly 2235 calories. I would say that's more of a maintenance, which I'm kind of just sticking towards as far as my minimum calories, because I'm not trying to go all out on this bulk yet. I want to feel out this diet on a maintenance to see how it affects me without cutting and without gaining. That's a really low maintenance for me right now, and that's because my metabolic rate is kind of messed up from my last cut. 235 calories are made up of 70% fat, 25% protein, 20 to 25. I try not to go past 25%. The rest of it I make up in fat, and only up to 5% carbs, which comes up to like 30, but I'm coming nowhere near 30 grams of carbs per day, especially net carbs, considering I'm taking in as much fiber as I can, because that'll help me. I'm not going to describe how it'll help me, because you don't want to hear about that. But I'm going to continue measuring my weight and my body fat and my lean muscle mass throughout the weeks to come to see where I'm at as far as my maintenance calories, how my body's changing based off of low to no carb, and that's about it. So yeah, diet's going well. I'm enjoying it. I feel full. I'm not craving any carbs yet, and I haven't had the keto flu. I heard the keto flu is more of a dehydrational type thing, so I'm working on upping my sodium. I've heard that's a really good thing to do when you're on the keto adaptation phase, is taking in enough sodium so you're not dehydrated. I know insulin responses are what trigger hydrational mental type things that make you think that you want water and that you need water. So getting rid of your insulin levels or minimizing them by cutting down on carbs is what makes us go into keto flu, aka dehydration, through not realizing that we're needing water. So upping your sodium is one. I heard someone say around 4 to 6 grams, so that's what I'm trying to keep it at. That's like 4 to 6,000 milligrams of sodium. So far, no signs of keto flu. I've heard that chicken broth is a good emergency drink to warm up and drink and chug if you are feeling signs of the keto flu. I think it's because of the amount of sodium in it. So I will have one of those on board just in case. I also bulked up on stevia in case I do get a sweet tooth, but I have yet to need it. So far the diet's going pretty well. No complaints, but it's in its very early stages. I'm still trying to figure out how many calories to take in and where my cutoff points are for protein so I don't go into glucogenesis. That is about it pertaining to my diet so far. I can definitely give you more information when the weeks go on. But if you have any questions, Devin, let me know, because there probably are a lot of loopholes that I have not described in my scenario and that you may not have described. But that's because I've done a lot of studying on this, so it's all familiar to me, and I'm making assumptions that everyone knows about it, when that's not necessarily the case. It's out of a lot of people's reality that this could be an actual diet. Haven't lost any muscle mass so far, which is good. Everything's stable and cool. I'm actually dropping a little bit of weight and leaning out very slowly, but it's happening. And I'm not trying to. And I'm feeling great in the gym still. I had like one bad day, but the past couple of days have been great in the gym. I've had a lot of energy, and I've been doing well. I actually have a PR test in a couple days for my squat, bench, and deadlift to see if I've lost any strength or if I've gained strength. I think I've gained strength. Things are going up a lot easier, picking up and putting down heavy things. Yeah. So thanks for checking in on that, Devin. I'd like to hear a little bit about your diet. I know that you're cutting, so I want to see what your current stats are and what you're changing in your diet right now in order to hit your goals. So let me know about that. See ya.